It was a Sunday afternoon when Mateo decided to do some grocery shopping. He had just moved to Dublin 2 weeks ago and had finally gotten used to his new neighborhood, more or less. There was a small supermarket just 5 minutes from his flat, and though he'd already visited it twice, he still felt nervous every time he went in. Back home in Argentina, grocery shopping was easy. You knew where everything was. You knew the brands. You knew the staff. But in a new country, even something simple like buying vegetables could feel like a challenge, especially when everything was in English and the measurements, packaging, and brands were all different. This time, Mateo made a list. He opened the Notes app on his phone and wrote, eggs, milk, bread, chicken, rice, apples, soap. Nothing fancy, just basic things. He grabbed his reusable bag, put on his jacket, and headed out. When he arrived at the store, he grabbed a shopping basket and walked inside. The store wasn't very big, but it was organized differently than he was used to. The bread wasn't near the dairy section. The meat wasn't at the back, it was in the middle. And the rice? No idea. Still, he felt okay. He'd practiced some shopping phrases in English before, just in case he needed help. But ideally, he wouldn't need to ask anything. He just wanted to get in and out quickly. First stop, bread. Easy. He picked up a loaf of whole wheat and moved on. Next, milk. He looked at the fridge and saw dozens of options. Skimmed, semi-skimmed, full fat, oat milk, almond milk, lactose-free. He froze. Wait, what's semi-skimmed? He thought. A woman standing next to him noticed him staring. Looking for anything in particular? She asked kindly. Mateo smiled, slightly embarrassed. I want regular milk, but I'm not sure which one is normal. She pointed to one of the cartons. This one is whole milk. Full fat. That's what I use for coffee. Perfect. Thank you so much. No problem. First time shopping here? Yes, I just moved here. Well, good luck. It gets easier. Encouraged by the small conversation, Mateo continued through the store. He picked up eggs, apples, and soap easily enough. Then he headed to the meat section. He needed chicken. Simple, right? But again, there were too many options. Chicken breast, chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, organic, corn-fed, oyster free-range, diced, marinated. And some were labeled in grams, some in kilograms. He took a deep breath and picked up a small pack labeled chicken breast fillets 400 grams. But then he stopped. Is that enough? Is 400 grams one meal or two? He couldn't remember. He decided to ask. There was a staff member nearby stocking shelves. Mateo walked over. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. Not at all. How can I help? I want to buy chicken breast for 2 people. Is 400 grams enough? The man smiled. Depends how hungry you are. But yeah, 400 grams should be fine for 2, especially if you're adding rice or something. Great. Thanks a lot. With most of his list done, Mateo now looked for rice. He walked down the aisle labeled pasta and grains, but only found fancy boxes of wild rice, jasmine rice, and something called basmati. There were no small bags like the ones he used to buy back home. He looked around and saw a woman restocking shelves nearby. Hi, do you know where the plain white rice is? She turned and smiled. Oh, just behind you actually, bottom shelf, red packaging. He turned. It was right there. Wow, I walked past it twice. Thank you. At this point, Mateo felt good. He had most of what he needed and had spoken English 3 different times without freezing up. He walked toward the checkout area, got in line, and waited his turn. When it was finally his turn, he smiled at the cashier. "Hi." "Hi there. Did you find everything okay?" she asked. "Yes, thank you. Though your rice almost escaped me." She laughed. "It does that, always hiding on the bottom shelf." She started scanning his items and then asked, "Do you have a loyalty card?" Mateo blinked. "A what?" "A points card for discounts and rewards." "Oh, no, I don't. No worries. Want a bag?" "No, I have my own." "Perfect. That'll be 10 to 40. He paid with card and picked up his basket. "Thanks. Have a good day." "You too. See you again soon." As Mateo walked home with his groceries, he felt strangely proud. It had only been a quick shopping trip, but it felt like a little win. He had asked for help. He had responded to small talk. He had joked with the cashier, and all in English. At home, he sat down and opened his notebook. He made a new list, not for food, but for useful expressions he had used or heard that day. "I'm looking for." "When? Which one is the regular kind?" "How much is this?" "Do you have a loyalty card?" "That'll be price." "Can I help you with anything?" He also made a mental note. Next time, try using even more small talk. Maybe ask someone what they're cooking or what brand they recommend. These small moments weren't just for learning English, they were for living it. Going to the grocery store might seem like a simple task, but when you're learning a language, it's full of challenges and opportunities. You deal with unfamiliar words, unexpected questions, and little surprises. But every time you ask for help, every time you say, "Excuse me," or "I'm looking for," you're building real confidence. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up, speak up, and keep trying. So next time you're at the store, try these. "Do you know where I can find?" "Which one do you recommend?" "Sorry, I'm new here." "What's the difference between these two?" These simple phrases can turn a regular day into a powerful English practice session. Practice out loud, try different styles, and soon it will feel completely natural. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you in the next lesson.